What's going on, gamers? It's D Werewolf Gaming here, back with another Remnant 2 video. I want to first start off by saying I hope everybody is doing well on this new year. And I want to thank everybody who is new to the channel and those who continue to support my content. Guys, it's been amazing. I enjoy playing Remnant, so I'm like, why not put out videos on it? And that's what I'm going to continue to do. And I'm going to say this like I always say, guys, these builds are always blueprint, never meant for you to go like, oh, you can beat every boss in the game, or this is the best build. These are just things that I'm using in the game that I find fun, and I want to bring that to you as well. Alright guys, so with that being said, the only thing I will be using different in this build sometimes is my melee weapon, which as you see in the video, I don't hardly ever use that much. Alright, so let's go over the build. I was using the Ritualist class, just amazing class, but it comes with the Vile Prime perk. Negative status effects applied by the Ritualist infected actually. Infected victims receive 15% more status effect damage on death. It spreads up to all enemies nearby within 21.75 meters. And Miasma was the skill that I was using, guys. It casts an AoE burst that applies bleeding, burning, overloaded, and corroded to all enemies within 21.75 meters, and dealing a total of 10,766.25 base damage that lasts 43.5 seconds. Overall, this is amazing, guys. I enjoy using the Ritualist class because it brought a lot more diversity to the builds in this game, and just watching that status effect on these enemies, it just melts them. Alright, and I do want to point out, guys, that I didn't fight. I didn't want to make this video too long, so I only fought the first part of the Nightweaver, which I've fought her plenty of times before, so I didn't feel it was necessary to show the whole full gameplay of her now. Alright, so I was using the Handler as my second class. Many of you already know what the Handler class does, but this dog draws a lot of aggro for me, so that's why I enjoy using it. And I was using the perk, the attack that gives you the bonus 20% increase in weapon damage. Also with the Handler class, guys, you get the 30% increase in range damage and skill damage, so it boosts up my skill damage greatly, so that's why I chose to go with the Handler. The perks that come on the Ritualist are great as well. You got Wrath, guys, which increases damage by 20% to all enemies affected by status. Guys, in this game, the weapons I'm using, they're gonna always be affected by status, so you always be applying that Wrath. You got Terrified, Dark Blood, and you got Purge. Purge is amazing as well because it cleans when you use a relic, guys. If you're affected by anything status, it will remove that from you. Alright, for your armor set, I was wearing the Crimson Red guard suit, was just amazing. I was also using the Shielded Heart. It grants the shield 100% of max health and lasts for 20 seconds unless the shield is damaged. I had elemental mod damage 10%, 15 mod duration, and minus 10 mod cost. Just great for this build. Alright, the Sparkfire shotgun, everybody knows what it does. Comes from the new DLC, but it applies burning, which deals 710.6 damage to over 13 seconds. Just amazing, guys. Alright, the Far Grazer mod, I like using this right now. It just tears those enemies up, especially when you aiming in on a boss or something. The only problem I have, guys, is I can't say that it helps with those elemental resistant bosses, and I'll use twisting rounds with that as well. Fear of Judgment, guys, your melee weapon, use whichever melee weapon you prefer. I did change to this for the other two boss fights, but at first I was using the World's Edge. What it does is, after dealing melee damage 6 times over 10 seconds, empowers Fear of Judgment. When empowered, neutral backlash charge applies a death sentence. After 1.5 seconds, the enemies will suffer 10 phantom suffering, dealing 93 damage each, and it deals a 25% of damage to bleeding enemies. I paired that up with latency to reduce the amount of requirement it takes to get the charge going. Guys, I'm using the shotgun with the twisted round, so all the enemies are getting applied with bleed, and also using my hands with skill applies bleed as well. Alright, I was using the Enigma as well, guys, just amazing for anything on Apocalypse, but I paired it with the corrosive mod, and it comes automatic with shock. So I'm always applying shock and corrosive, so just to keep that status effect going at all time. Alright, the rings, Band, and Fanatic, just a must. 25% increased damage, but reduces status effect duration. But overall, you won't even notice that, guys, especially with the next ring that I am wearing. Alright, so the Shadow of Misery is just amazing as well. Increased status effect damage by 15%. And the Timekeeper's Jewel increased the amount of time and duration of the status effect, guys. I never took time to use this. I've got other Ritualist builds out, but now I decided to go ahead and get a Timekeeper's Jewel to try, just to increase the amount of time the status effect is on these enemies, and it works pretty good. The Crystal is just amazing as well. Deals 5% additional damage for each status effect the target is suffering from. And for my amulet, I was using the Energized Neck Coil, which increases status effect damage by 25%. And indirectly applying a damage and status effect creates a 5-meter explosion for 20% of the status effect's full damage. Each target can be affected once every 5 seconds. Alright, and guys, don't forget to use your mud tonic because it increases your health by 25%. And even if you die, it still will be in effect, even if you do die. Alright, the traits are affliction comes with a class, kinship comes with the handler class. Armor reserve, got a little bit of triage, got that max. Fortified to improve my armor, got that maxed out. Regrowth, and vigor, both of those are maxed out. Spirit, increase my power generation, got that maxed out. Expertise is maxed out to reduce amount of time skills. I got Bart skin maxed out to reduce damage by 10%. Amplitude to increase my AoE. This whole build is based on AoE, so that helped out greatly. And I got a little bit of endurance, just 1 point in endurance. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the build. If you do, please remember to hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thanks, D-Werewolf out.